3, 2, 1, and the countdown's done, Joe. It's okay, you can now take a photo. And Jaime, let go of your pizza. Pineapple filled only if you can't see us. And he's just smiling and giggling, always listening so she can understand everything. This is the team that has your back when everything's whack. Yo, they'll make you laugh, join in the friendship, the community of fun, and learn something cool so you can be the one. Now wash your hands for at least 20 seconds. You filthy animals, filthy animals. It's the social distancing show. How did you not know? How did you not know? It's the social distancing show. How did you not know? How did you not know?
Why are y'all laughing?
Because
I feel like this is my
is this
first
real
time.
life? Are we really here?
I know. I was laughing just because seeing you two on the same screen. I was like, it just is funny to me.
And I was trying to figure out. I was like, I usually do something. Like I can't remember like all the stuff that we used to do. Like, do I get on the show on this side so I can see the comments, or do I?
Well, because usually I pop them up. So am I still in charge of popping them up? Y'all didn't tell me.
Right, exactly.
I think that works out great.
Right.
One of the things I notice a lot of times. So, been doing a lot of webcast and podcast listening, watching and listening, right? And one of the things that always struggles when I see the individuals who run their shows, not that there's anything wrong with it, but you can always see them finagling around with stuff, like with their show. So then they're distracted from their guest and they're listening though, but your brain can't do two things at the exact same time. So they're like, click, click. Yes, what you said is true, but click, click. Yeah, I know, right? And then you're like, dude, just focus on your guest.
Hey, Rod.
What's up, Rodimus?
Yes, welcome back, y'all.
A blast from the past.
Oh, I got a text earlier from Tim. He was like, I'm so excited to see you guys tonight. I've been waiting for this for a long time.
Let me check.
I don't know if he showed up yet, but that encouraged me. I meant to tell y'all earlier. It's just been a busy, crazy day. Cut myself.
I know. Oh, is that better? Am I better now? Can I get a sound check from the audience? How do I sound? How do I sound?
Tell us how he sounds. Yeah.
I think you sound great. Oh, I'm not audience.
There's probably maybe an echo. Maybe an echo.
The echo's not as pronounced anymore.
So that's one of the things that happened while we've been gone.
Joe, what echo?
I'm in a totally new house.
Which is funny because it looks almost the same, Joe. Like, except for the door back there in the corner, it still looks like the old setup.
Right. Yeah. That was the cool thing.
Alex,
I was able to keep this. Bro. I was able to keep the shelf. I have my side desk still going, and now I'm upstairs in it's a loft area, so it's not really a bedroom. Mm-hmm. And so that's the fun part. But I have my light set up right here. This is my light, you can see, and I have to turn down my monitor light so it doesn't blow me away. So it doesn't,
yeah.
And then all that fun stuff. But it's fun. It's fun. I will tell you, moving on the hottest day of the year with no wind is not fun.
Oh,
that was terrible. It was absolutely terrible.
Didn't you hire a moving company though?
So it doesn't matter. And you know what? I haven't even put my review in for that moving company.
Oh.
And I was not happy with them.
Oh, that's right.
Hold on a sec. Hold on. Sean, thank you for being on here. Joanne says, about dang time y'all came back. Geez, you're letting
Are you happy to see us, Joanne? Are you happy? Because I know you were feeling we were a little sus about coming back.
Right, yeah. She was all up in arms that we weren't coming back or something.
Well, in her defense, we ended season 4 pretty.
It was Jamie. Jamie went on there and gave this speech, and I swear it sounded like we were going down with the Titanic.
You know what? Neither of y'all were there. I showed up. Sandy has the gall to watch the thing, and you could have backed me up in there. Anyway, try to feel the love and encouragement when it's your last episode and your partners aren't there with y'all for legitimate reasons.
I can't remember why I couldn't be on there.
Legitimate.
I think you
Got
were.
something in my eye. Got something in my eye.
You were.
I don't. Y'all weren't doing anything.
You were going out of town. You're always out of town.
That's true.
Mhm.
I
I
just
think
got
you had
back
went
in
to Alaska
yesterday.
or something.
Probably. Which reminds me.
Oh gosh.
Then Jamie thought you'd be happy to know I got an interview with TTU HSC for PC support or help desk.
Are you kidding me?
Nice. That is
Dude.
awesome.
I'm so proud of you, Alex. Let me tell y'all real quick. Okay, y'all know I have this huge kick when it comes to Latinos and encouraging them into getting into fields that they're not traditionally in, right? So, for example, in IT, Latinos aren't predominantly in there. They're not. Much less ladies in IT, and ladies just they don't populate that field. So Sandy's son had reached out to me this summer and told me he was planning on going for some certifications, which in the IT world, there's three things that matter. It's certifications, education, and experience.
And experimentation.
And out of those three things, the one that's valued the most is experience. But when you're young, that's not on your side, okay? So you rely on education or certification. And Alex told me he was going for his certification. He was getting a certification that's based on PC tech support. And I could not be more thrilled to hear that this kid was going to do that and going through that. So now hearing this news tonight, I'm just super encouraged for you, Alex. Man, I am proud of you, kiddo. You just keep working at it and keep adding on to your certifications. Don't stop. And don't settle for just your first level PC tech support position. Keep going and keep going, okay? And if you need help, I'll be there to help you out and help direct you in the ways to go. But great job for you. Real proud of your son.
So is he going for his MCSE or what's it called? Is it the A+ certification, Jamie? Is that
right.
the one?
He told me, and I'll be honest, I've got a memory like a rhino, and
a goldfish.
Him too. And I just was like, dang it. I'm sorry, I can't remember. Tell us in the comments, Alex.
So going back to this real quick. This comment right here says he did, and this Rod is agreeing with me on going down like this.
We're going back to the old stuff, Sandy.
I want to make sure somebody at least agreed with me.
Jeez.
Joanne says excuses, lame. I'm not giving you a pass. And then just right before we got on here, guys, we got news that Coolio had passed.
Man.
Age of 59, cardiac arrest.
Whoa.
So yeah.
We
have to take care of your hearts, people. Rod says, "Congrats, Alex." And then
okay, I know.
He wants to know about his Thea. I'm not really sure. Your Thea's not on the show right now, Alex.
He's talking about Joe. Joseph's Thea.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Okay, there he is.
Man.
His computer Thea. Yeah, so he's getting his CompTIA certification, okay? And that is one of the it's similar to the A+ certification, which is in computer world. That's one of your introductory certifications to allows you to work on computers. So
Jamie is
what the heck did this come from? Why is
because you're talking about your memory. And
okay. Yeah. I forgot about that already.
A rhinoceros.
An old rhinoceros.
Because rhino means something.
Yo te voy a dar tu rhinoceros.
Rhino means something different now. So you have to use the whole word rhinoceros.
What does it mean?
What are we talking about? I'm letting my hair grow out.
I was going to say you need a haircut, but what is it? Is it a drug?
Rhinoceros?
No, rhino.
Rhino. Joe said rhino means something.
Rhinoplasty. That's when they shave your nose off.
Yeah.
Rhino means Republican in name only.
You're smart, dude, because I didn't even know that. And I feel like I follow politics a little bit more than you do.
Somebody that was like to throw that stuff around during certain times. So anyways, let's keep going. Since we were like moving on and it was cool that we had some time off, I moved. That was one of my major things that happened while we were gone.
Well, since we're on the topic, just go ahead and catch us up on your life, Joe.
Okay. Let's see here. Let's do that. So I no longer am a resident of Lubbock. I am a resident of Wolforth, Texas.
Well, it's just so hard to say. You just say it really fast, and nobody catches your speech impediment.
Yeah, because it's funny when I'm talking to people on the phone, and they're like, "Your address is blah blah blah, Wolforth, Wolforth.
You're like,
it's just Wolforth.
not go forth, Wolforth.
Yeah, don't
Right.
make it hard on yourself. So the
Right.
cool thing is we are Jet is in 9th grade now, and he's
Crazy.
attending school right down the street. So I don't even have to get up to take him
So he walks
90%
to
of
school?
the time. He just walks his butt down the street.
Nice. Good for him.
That is nice.
And he walks his butt back home.
Even better.
Man, it's way better. It's way better. So that's
Joanne has
happened.
some questions for you. How do you like your new home, and why would you move?
So this all started. Let's
In
flashback.
West
This
Philadelphia.
all started because I was going to protest my property taxes. I'm like, there's
Preach
no
it, Joe.
way,
Preach it.
no way that my house is worth this much.
Give
And
it
I
to
don't
the
wanna
man.
pay these high taxes because that is just crazy talk.
Ludicrous.
Well, I talked to a real estate friend of mine. She pulled some comps in the area of houses that sold, and actually the comps were more than what the taxes were saying. So I was like, well, crap, maybe we should just sell.
You should have just gone to
should just get out of here.
There was no way I would have won, and I would have had to been up there at 8 a.m. You know that's not gonna happen. Especially
That ain't gonna happen.
You're like, I'll just pay my
He-
taxes.
You see, when we are 8:30 in the evening, and he's still late.
Yeah,
he still
and I
started
was
late
like,
because I was waiting for him.
No, and then so
Have
I
free
was
food
like, well,
there, though.
let's
and
see
you
what
can get 'em there.
happens. Let's see what happens. We'll put it on the market and see what happens. We put it on the market on a Friday. We had 4 viewings on Saturday and 2 offers.
Sold on
Saturday.
Monday.
And it sold on Monday. And so, and
It's
the
a buyer's
downside
market.
to that was they wanted us out like lickety split. We moved
Yeah.
in less than 30 days.
I can't believe that. I would have told people, y'all be waiting. I'm the one who's selling.
Because
You
it was
just-
a cash offer, right?
It was a
So you
cash
didn't have to
offer.
wait for closing and all that business. Because
We-
usually
no,
closing
we didn't
does
have to
like
wait for an appraisal.
appraisal.
You don't have to wait for an appraisal when it's a cash offer.
Okay.
So-
okay.
And
just rock the cash bar, huh?
we just rocked it. And for what we thought, what we got, what we were asking for. So
Uh-huh.
we, you always start.
It went up
high.
like 3 times, like the next week.
We went back and forth, and we got exactly what we wanted. So the downside is we had to give up our washer and dryer, and the producer is not happy about that. So because
I mean, you didn't have to, but you
we didn't have to.
To get the asking price, you had to
get
make
the
a
asking
concession.
price. That was part of
Yeah.
it. And also because the location that we were moving to we didn't need a washer and dryer, but they're not good washer and dryer like we have. So that's
Yeah.
kind of the thing. So Jet started 9th grade. Kiki is waiting. She's going to transfer to some Texas school once she figures out which Texas school she wants to go to. Balana has.
She's not in
moved
school
into
right now?
She's not in school right now. She's a bum. And I'm going to say it out loud so she can hear me. You're a bum.
Right. For all the
Oh.
bums in the back.
Did you hear? Just kidding, Kiki. I wasn't talking about you.
Right. Talk to the dogs.
Talking to the dogs. Talking to the dogs. And Balana actually moved as well. So she moved like a week after we moved, and she's in a new apartment, and it's a fancy apartment. She's in a fancy apartment now. It's like,
She made mom and
3rd
dad
floor.
look like they're poor, huh?
Right. Yeah. I was like, whoa, it's actually gated. Like you have to have a passcode to get
Like
in and stuff
legit
like
gate that it closes and opens, not just
that.
to
Right. And
protect
closes
you.
and opens every time. I'm like, this girl. And what else has happened since then? Oh, I got my new car. I don't know if y'all saw it on my Facebook.
Oh,
but I got a new
another one, because he had just gotten a
Because
new
he had-
car.
Like
when
we
we
left the
ended.
show, yeah, and he got a new car. And now we
No,
have
that's-
another one starting the show.
So I traded in my old Telluride for a new Telluride, but here is the bummer of it. I backed into our fence and I damaged my Telluride, my new Telluride that has less.
That's like
than
stuff
3,000
old people
miles.
do. Oh, wait a minute.
I
never mind.
know.
Sorry. You're
I'm
excused.
blaming Jet. Jet, it's your fault.
Hi, Ulysses. How are
Ulysses
you?
Wow. What's up?
are you guys okay? Just
Oh,
give
yeah,
us a
yeah,
check-in
that's
real
right.
quick.
He's in
Are
Flowrider.
you?
He's in
Yeah.
Flowrider.
Yes. Well, I know
Wow.
the things was changing in Florida, and then the storms passed, but now there's nothing but tornado watches everywhere. And
And how about
Jeez.
I just saw a video where there's like no water in Tampa Bay. Like it's all been sucked out.
That's what happens when those hurricanes come through, Sandy. It's weird.
No
And then you
idea.
have other areas where the water gets like to the roof and even sinks the house. It's crazy.
So he said, yes, we're good. We evacuated towards the north.
Oh, good.
Man,
for you.
I'm glad
Good for
y'all are
you.
good then. Good.
Yeah, 'cause it
Tell
looked like
Marlo
it
we
was
said
gonna-
hi.
It's going to hammer all of Florida. Like maybe
Yeah.
like the little part of the panhandle was the only thing that was not going to get hit by it. So it looked like it was going to just swallow all of it.
So Lacey, were y'all watching Lacey's posts
Yes.
from last week when it was like she was like, "There's a little something there. It's not much, but it's possible for a hurricane." And she
Yeah.
called that from like a week ago. She was like,
Wow.
the water's wrestling in there. It's just wrestling." She was like, "But it might turn into something," and people are like, "Eh."
like wassailing.
That too. Don't ever correct
It's
me.
like,
Ever.
wassailing. Wow.
Right.
Wrestling.
Wrestling. Okay, see, now I understand what
Wrestling.
you're trying to say. See, you said
Wrestling.
wrestling. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. But other than that, I'm having to deal with that stuff, but we're doing good.
How long is it going to take for repairs? Because repairs are taking quite a bit.
She ordered the parts, and she goes, "Hey, I forgot to tell you, I've ordered the parts. You know, the day everything got submitted." And she's like, "The parts are ordered." I emailed her back. It's like, "So did they give you any type of ETA?" She hasn't responded yet.
He's like, let me show you the ETA that I got.
She was like, "I can't believe he's asking stupid questions. I'm gonna just leave him alone for now. I don't know why he's asking me that." Yeah.
She told me
Ignore.
that there was another
Ignore.
Telluride that they were waiting on parts for as well. Another car, just like mine, that they're waiting on parts. 2 months. 2 months.
Dang.
So now
I mean, I didn't know what to expect, but that sounds right.
I've actually pieced together my brake light because I broke my brake light. So that's
And
one
you
of
got the old
parts I had to
electrical
do.
tape out, and
No, I got some. I'm a pro. I got some clear tape. And then
people look at that and they're
I'm
like,
actually
"It
gonna
looks
use,
weird, but it's working. I don't get it."
Yeah, and I'm either gonna hot glue it or super glue it together so I don't have to worry about the tape falling off. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Joe's gonna make people like, oh, I don't know if I like the new design on the Telluride. I don't think I'm gonna upgrade.
Exactly. I was like,
They're like, "If you cross your eyes, you'll see what it was meant to be."
Yeah.
And people are
yeah,
like,
right.
"Oh,
If you like squint really hard and back up, way back up, you'll see
Yeah.
it looks pretty cool. Or you should see the pictures that I took of it before I dented it, and then that's what it looks like. So
great."
Maybe people will ask
I'm
you, what did it
going to
look
share
like
those pictures
before?
while y'all are talking. So just so you know.
Congrats on the move, Joe,
Congrats on the move. Congrats on the car.
and getting your daughter back.
Congrats on the. Can you uncongrats on getting hit?
Yeah. Don't congratulate me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little confused on that one too. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I don't know.
Oh look! Oh, Chon has an alert for you.
Oh, here we go.
And that's the thing too. Like
Stop.
my backup my sensor was going off. It was saying, "Hey, you're close to something," and
Joe's looking around. I'm not close to anything.
That's what I was going to ask you, Joe. Like, do you not have sensors?
Yes, I do. And they were telling me, "Hey, stupid, stop!"
And you just
Sounds like you
said-
need to upgrade the sensors too. Then.
Yeah. Okay. Ulysses said the storm is happening now in Tampa. It's going to be going on for tonight to tomorrow afternoon per the news. Oh
Dang.
gosh, that is so scary.
Yeah, and go ahead, Sandy. Sorry.
Well, I was just gonna say, I just heard in the news that they just kind of finally just like shut down the evacuations, and we're just telling people just hunker down and
And if you go out,
may God have mercy on your soul. I mean,
that's hard, right? Because I was thinking that someone was talking about people needing to get out, and I was thinking to myself, I'm like, yeah, but for some people,
it's not that easy.
if they don't feel like, maybe they don't have a lot of money. They're like, what am I going to do? Where am I going to go? How am I going to just whatever? And then
they have no connections or anything.
Do you have a mosquito here? Because I have a mosquito inside my house.
No, it's not a mosquito. It was like a little tiny moth. So if y'all see me like,
that's how I was.
so it's hard, but at the same time, so here's a part where I don't give as much, and maybe I just don't understand, is when I see fools going out during the storm, and it's like, why?
yeah.
And it's hard because Ulysses helped me understand better because I don't have sympathy for folks who don't hunker down during the middle of the storm. When you hear these crazy stories and you're just like,
first of all, that's like Texas. There's a tornado. Guess what? We're gonna go do? We're gonna go film that sucker. That's the same thing. That's a prime photography.
okay,
that is a prime photography time
because you could potentially win a Pulitzer Prize for that photograph.
Right, exactly.
You might die. Your camera might still be around.
I will be all
You'll win
over
it
the Weather
posthumously.
Channel. That's my goal.
You died doing what you loved.
What
right,
you
Joe?
love.
Mhm.
That hurricane took her out, but she was taking pictures.
Crazy.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Crazy.
David Russell, he says, "Hello, social distancing gang. Surprise,
Nice.
surprise."
Hey, Dave.
Surprise.
Gonna go do
surprise.
my
He's been doing a lot of wrestling.
Bye, babe. Love you. See you later.
Take care, Alex. Stay on the books.
He said that's what's happening now. They are just plain stupid and challenging.
Okay.
death.
Okay. Thank you.
Natural
Ulysses.
selection.
Thank you.
Let's just remember that.
That's why I was like, I don't have. I hate to admit it, but when I see people who do some stupid stuff, I'm kind of like looking. I'm like,
it's just.
Nope. I'm like, let nature take its course. Then.
Yeah, he said they're hoping they go viral.
Hoping they.
Well, they're going something, all right.
Yeah. Thank you. I just don't get it. I don't get it. So, Sandy, what's been up these last few months?
Let me pull up my notes.
Okay.
Glad you asked. Let's see here.
On her new iPhone 14.
I did get it.
Bigger
I
than
got
your
it.
face.
Yes.
I just got mine today.
Did you? Mine
Yeah.
came in the mail yesterday. Finally, I was so mad because Eric got his through AT&T and I went through Apple. And
Oh yeah, I remember your drama.
Yeah, and I just
Sorry.
popped on there and asked them, and they're kind of attitudey. There's a lot of stuff that's going on. Yeah. So earlier, Joe mentioned that I had just gotten back from Alaska. That was not true. This summer we went to Greece.
It's
it was
dead.
a fantastic
It was
trip. From the pictures, I mean, I was like, wow.
It was amazing. We had a great time while we were there. We ended up Dallas just be messing everything up. Let me just tell you right now, Dallas airport ended up getting stuck. Dallas made us delay. I don't know what they were doing. Anyway, so we unexpectedly ended up staying a night in Spain. So we got to see Spain, Madrid. So we got to walk around there. So that was pretty cool.
Nice.
So of course we did miss one night. We were going to be in Medioria, and then we missed a train ride, hotel, and all that stuff. But it was fine. We made up for it. Definitely not fussing about it. So we did. Let's see. We landed in Athens, and y'all, Athens, the ruins are amazing. Athens itself was just kind of dirty, overpopulated.
Right.
And I didn't say that. The Thessalonians said that. That's what they told me. Yes, that's what they said. Because they were like, so we ended up in Thessaloniki, and they were just kind of like, y'all are from the U.S. and you came here? They were just kind of shocked. And we're like, yes. And they were like, how'd you hear about us? And we're like, we just pointed it on the map and said we're going here. Anyway, so they were just really shocked because apparently Americans just don't go there. So there we were. Yeah. So there's tourists there, but there's not American tourists there. So,
interesting.
But I would definitely recommend it. It was so clean, so nice. It was and most everybody speaks English, so it was fine.
I was about to say, is like a lot of people speak English there, so
yeah, most everybody spoke English. There was people that spoke Spanish to me, which was pretty cool. Loved it. So we did a train ride to Thessaloniki. We flew over to Santorini. Santorini is what you see in the pictures, the blue and the white on the mountain.
And the white Thessaloniki and the white buildings, and then you can see the ocean.
Yes.
Right.
So
yes.
That was amazing. Oh man, the sunsets. I was in love with the sunsets. The sunsets were just. I'll always be that person that will always look at a sunset, that will always look at the clouds in the sky. Oh, it was just so amazing.
So not jealous that you were there and were able to get that shot. Not jealous at all.
Gosh, let me tell you that's where I spent my birthday. We spent two nights in Santorini, and one night was my birthday, and it was just amazing. We got to sit at this bar that was open and overlooking the water, and so pretty, so pretty. And I ordered a rum drink. Wow, I thought that was pretty funny. And then we flew back to Athens, and then that's when we did all the touristy things in Athens. We did the ruins. We went into Sketchville because that's what we do. We always somehow end up in an alley somewhere
on the wrong side of the tracks.
On the wrong side, and no one speaks English, so you've left the beaten path when people are just like. And they are not understanding, and you're not understanding. So that was pretty cool. So Greece was amazing.
And then I remember a story about a Instagram personality was in your pictures.
Oh my god!
Hold on, real quick before you do that. This story is why I was like, take the people out in that post a few weeks ago, Sandy, when someone else was like, I like the natural blah blah blah, and I was like, forget that. I don't want people in the photos. That's anyway.
So we were at the ruins, and y'all, this wasn't even a professional photographer. It was just his phone, and his Instagram model was standing in the perfect spot where I could have set my tripod up and then just taken some pictures, and then she took 1,002 pictures holding her Louis Vuitton, wearing her Louis Vuitton belt, and she just wanted the wind to hit her just right, and it just wasn't doing it. 1,002 pictures later, they were kicking us out basically because somebody important was coming to the ruins. And I was asking, so they were like, okay, y'all gotta go. They were like just ushering us out. But because I people watch, I'd seen these people dressed in black. They were almost like Secret Service. And so we had checked some stuff at the gate, and I said, hey, who's coming? And she could not speak English very well. And she was like, Emirate. And I'm like, an emirate? And she said, yes. And so anyway, it was like
a king, wasn't it?
Police in full riot gear outside. And then y'all know that I just be loving to take pictures and put it on the Snapchat, but I'm not in the US of A, and I'm not going to go to jail.
You're not
Greece.
Protected there.
Look, I am not.
You seen the morality police lately?
I am not smart all the time, but I just know a little bit.
You were like, I wasn't smart this time either, but there was some tingling sensation. I knew. Be safe.
Yeah,
my survival instinct kicked in.
So there was journalists. There was like a helicopter flying overboard. It was so cool. It was, and I was going to look at the news later on that evening to see if anything was gone, but then I forgot all about it. So there's that.
and then it moved on.
Yeah.
She's like, now that I remember it, now I'm going to go back and
now I'm going to go back to that date and see.
I'm going to make a note on that.
Then I'll forget.
Wow.
So vacation was awesome. I highly
Hold on, let's stick on there real quick because look, while she was there, it was my birthday over here, and Sandy got me something, and I want to show it off because in the vein of how I do things. So I was so excited because she found this there, and among other ones, and I was like, holy crap. And you knew my love for comics, and I was like,
okay, so I was off the beaten path when I found that. I was not, nobody spoke English.
You were in one of those alleys Joe was talking about earlier?
Yeah, so I picked that up, and I point to the money back here, and he said, I think this is universal. And so I gave him the back of that, and then I looked at him and made sure that was okay, and then he said, okay. And so I hope that's not like a bad thing in Greek.
So this came from the alleys of Greece to Texas, and then all the way up here to Illinois in my hands. And I'm so happy about this. I love it, actually.
So you haven't peeled it yet?
No, I'm not going to do that. This is going to stay in here forever. I don't ever want to open this. Yes, it's beautiful. Look at that. This is one of the coolest artists on the market today. His name's Clayton Crane, and he draws Venom and Ghost Rider. So awesome. And this is one of those things. So it's like I'm sticking with it.
Wow, that's really cool.
Yeah, it's all in Greece. And in the States, foreign comics like this, they can triple in value just because they're foreign.
Wow. They're foreign.
Foreign Gump.
Keep going, Sandy. Keep going.
Well, okay, so I'm gonna Kay got one too, but he opened his because like, why wouldn't we open it? So I wanted him to bring it so you could show it to you.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay, so this is what he got.
Yes. How neat is that, man?
Oh, so it's not in Greek. That
Yeah.
one,
Well, look up there.
The top part is Greek, but
and then
on the inside, is it in Greek?
The inside
or
is
English?
all in Greek.
Neat.
That is awesome. I know all languages except for Greek.
And then it has this on the back.
That's
hold on. Okay, what about Japanese, Joe?
That's Greek to me.
Dang it. Got me.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
So anyway, yeah, he opened his up, but yeah, his is all in Greek, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. Tell him if he's ever gets tired of that, he knows where he can send it and it'll be taken care of up here.
Okay, I'll let him know. I'm sure he's like, for the right amount of money.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
For the right amount.
So another thing, I got my braces off.
Congrats.
So
what a great smile, Sandy.
In every picture, I have had my mouth wide open.
It's so bright.
I have taken every picture like.
Awesome. It's a good feeling, I guess. I've never been through that, but I imagine it was.
It is a good feeling, but let me tell you. So, my veneers are actually ruined now because of it. So I am probably going to have to get them all replaced, and that's going to be a pretty pain.
What
So
if you have to
basically,
get braces again.
No, I won't. So what they did is
she's like, no, I won't. She was quick to answer. She's like, hell to the no. She said, hell to the no.
So they took a diamond basically and roughed them up, and so they're not as smooth, and some of the luster is actually gone from my veneers.
Girl, I'd have thrown them that bill.
As soon as I saw it, I was devastated. Like I've just been like, I look at them and I'm just like, they don't look the same. They don't feel the same. So I was at my dentist's office and he's like, okay. He's like, I'll see what we can do. So I'm waiting on him to call me back with that news.
2 months later.
Yeah.
But you know what? He needs to front some of that up though. Like 99.99% of it up.
I think it's probably...
If you didn't sign anything, he needs to pony up for it.
I didn't sign anything.
See?
I just figured that they would know not to scuff them up since they're veneers.
It's kind of like when you hear those crazy stories of like, you took the wrong leg.
Eric,
that wasn't the leg that needed to be taken.
Canal when he did need a root canal, he got on the wrong tooth. So Joanne is saying, let's catch up on this. Hold on.
Okay.
Joanne says, Jamie's having a hard time speaking English tonight.
That sounds about par for the course then, I guess, for me, right? I'll take that.
What? She said, so you don't have natural teeth. I mean, veneers are different, right? So I do have natural teeth. I just have it's like basically a porcelain cap on my tooth.
Stupid.
On the front of it. Yeah, because I have them too.
Stupid Joe. Not you, Joe.
I don't know what to say.
You're fine. It's just Joe. Joe's stupid.
I heard
How
that in
your veneers, Joe?
No one heard it but me, I think so.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's okay.
What, Sandy?
How long have you had your veneers?
I think like 3 or 4 years now.
Okay.
Hush your mouth, girl. You got veneers too?
Yeah, because I used to have fluoride when I was 21. Yeah, I used to have fluoride stains here, and they're like, "Hey,
I knew there was something different about you when I saw you last."
Would you like some veneers? And I was like, maybe. Does the insurance cover it? And they're like, most time, no, but it's only this much, blah blah blah. And I was like, okay. And so I went ahead and paid for it, and then I got a check in the mail. I'm like, oh, they covered your veneers. We're gonna refund your money.
That's nice. That's real nice.
Congrats.
Yeah.
Like, all right.
You're like, I got a new camera.
Yeah. No, it wasn't that. No.
You're like, the producer doesn't need to know about this check.
She intercepted the mail. So another new experience. I don't know how many of y'all, and I'll send you this picture. So I don't know if any of you guys knew that I was actually missing eyebrows. Did anybody know that? Anybody notice that?
You're
No.
missing eyebrows.
Yeah.
The
So
last time I counted them, they seemed like they were all there.
So
Gee,
in
that
a
would
prior,
look so weird.
yeah, in a prior lifetime, I was super stressed at my job, and I lost my eyebrows. Apparently,
Wow.
Like you know how people do a line in their eyebrow? Is that what you mean?
okay, no, I did not do a line of any sort.
With Sharpies?
Yeah.
Were you always surprised?
You couldn't even tell I was surprised. I didn't have any eyebrows. So I sent you the picture. I actually got them microbladed. So here's what they look like now. They're healed.
Oh, snap. Hold on. Let me make sure I can. Okay. Let me share.
Keep telling the story. So this is what they are now.
Yeah. So they're healed now. I'm gonna have to go in for a touch up. But so yeah, now I feel like super great about my eyebrows. But you can see where I was missing eyebrows. So I sent you both pictures. One of them is more drastic than the other.
So the one above is the one that's more
that was
gone.
My original. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, like,
oh, I see. The top are the ones where they're gone, and the bottom is when they microplaned it, or whatever.
How do they do that? How do they add the hair?
Yeah.
So what they do is basically a semi-permanent tattoo. They just go in there and cut you up with really fine lines. And then they put this ink in there. They deposit ink. So it's basically like a tattoo on my face.
Oh, so the little hair that you do have covers it, but it's like a illusion, optical illusion.
Right.
So that's great because I can't tell.
Cindy's Mike Tyson with a
oh snap
with a tattoo on her.
Wait till I get a teardrop. That one's coming next.
Don't mess with Sandy, y'all. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't even know.
Her goal is for.
That's crazy. It's good. I mean, you can tell it looks sharp, but I couldn't tell you that it looked fake though either. So
yeah, no, it actually looks a lot better now that there's no redness and it's not scabbing over and all that.
Dang, what is that called? Like birds get that too. When they get real depressed, they start plucking the hair out of their bodies, but it doesn't grow back.
I was molting. Is that what you're saying? I prefer the term alopecia, but okay.
Isn't that where you eat stuff off the wall, the paint chips off the wall?
No, I thought alopecia was where your skin was turned white.
Oh, pica. Yeah.
Anyway, when you lose your hair.
Great looking eyebrows, Sandy.
Thank you.
Take your cap off real quick. Let me see. Ooh, girl. Man, shiny mouth, shiny eyebrows. You're on fire, Sandy. You're on fire, girl.
Joanne says, yes, I did. You have a space in between, but I can't say much because I don't have any. I'm hairless. So do you have to draw your eyebrows on? See, that's the thing, Joanne. I didn't put any makeup. I just always left my house looking like that. Oh my God. No one told me anything. Eric's like, I didn't notice.
That's good and bad, right?
Yeah. We'll just leave that right there. So next on my list of things to talk to you about.
I love that she made a list.
I did. I sure did.
But it's not surprising. You do that often, so it's good.
I had a really bad nail salon experience that I want to share with you guys.
Oh, what was it?
Y'all know that I've been going to get my nails did from the time that I moved to Lubbock because I was a nail biter. And now not so much. I've rehabbed all that. I've gone off acrylics and then dips and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, there I was.
There you were.
Weeks ago getting my nails done. And one was working on my feet. The other one was working on my hands.
Okay.
And they're talking and laughing, carrying on a conversation. And at one point, she is laughing and she looks at me and she says, I'm not going to use their accent because I've been using the accent to tell the story, but I'm not going to do that. Okay. She said,
don't do that.
Please don't do that. Thank you.
She says, she really likes your hair. And I said, thank you. And then she looks up at me and she says, Oh man, I just need to. I'm trying really hard not to say it in an accent.
Please.
She said, "You are really old-fashioned."
That's what she told you?
She told me I was old because I wear it curly a lot now, and she told me I was really old-fashioned. So then she sees that I've got resting bitch face at this point. Like I'm pissed. And they were like, "Oh, you like your nail?" Oh my god, I just said it.
Sandy.
I didn't mean to. It just came out. That's not how you said it.
Stop laughing, Joe. You're not helping.
Anyway.
Send it to me and I'll say it.
No. Jeez.
She said, "Do you like your nails?" And I just looked at her. I acted like, "Speak to me one more time," and we're fixing to throw down. So I left there feeling so defeated, so ugly, so old-fashioned that I
so old-fashioned.
Yeah. That I told Eric, I think I've walked into the last nail salon in my life. Like, I just felt, I mean, to tell you how much they were carrying on, and they could not have been saying anything about me, but it sure did feel like it, especially after they said that about me being old-fashioned.
What does that mean? Help me understand, because I'm not sure how to take it.
I guess because they had straight hair and mine was curly, and maybe she thought it was a perm. I don't know. I didn't ask
Do any
her.
of y'all know what that means? Have y'all ever used that type of terminology, or because I'm confused. I don't get it. But I can sympathize with you, Sandy. I can empathize with you, Sandy. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Yeah, that's
But I just think, like, why? Like, why would you do that? Like, so I just.
What what if there was a cultural break and that was a compliment to them? It didn't feel like one to you.
It didn't feel like a compliment because it was kind of like a cackle. And then they saw that I was like just sitting there being serious, and then they said, "Oh, she likes your hair." They were trying to smooth it on over. And then she cackled and threw in a "you're old-fashioned," and then continued to cackle. I mean, yeah.
I remember one time when the ladies were doing something for Dr. Pineapples, right? I had bought her this expensive spa type treatment, whatever deal at the nails, feet, all that stuff. And I remember she told me, she was like, "Yeah, I was not having a good time with the woman who was dealing with my feet or whatever." And I was like, "Really? What's up, Timoteo?"
Hey, Tim. Welcome back.
She told the lady who was taking care of her feet at the time, she was like, "Yeah, can you go ahead and just get someone else, please?" And the lady was like, "Why? Is everything okay?" And she goes, "No, it's not. I told you repeatedly. You're too rough. You're not really nice. And my husband bought this for me, and he wants me to have a good time. And I'm not having a good time right now." And so the woman was like, I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, "That's okay. Let's just switch it out so that I can have a good time. I'm not going to have a good time with you anymore." So they swapped her out, and my wife had a good time for the rest of the time. And I was happy, because if that didn't happen, then I was going to have to call and raise a ruckus with someone. Right. So, because I was like, I'm not, don't do that to my wife.
It's just the thing is this isn't the first occurrence. It's a constant. Like, one of my girlfriends, she's got really bad calluses on her feet, and they made it a point to call people over so they could see her feet. I mean, she can't help it. That's why she goes to get her feet done, because she's got calluses. So several people came over at different points in time, and they were talking about her calluses. It's not a first time incident. It's just one of those where it's just building, and you're just like, okay, I'm finally done. Like, I'm finally done paying you to make fun of me. I'm so sick of it.
More power to you. More power to you. I think you're right. That's the ultimate way where we can control what happens. Is we don't need to keep giving you money.
Like, it's not, drop in the bucket for them. But anyway, so on to better and happier things. I participated on Friday. I participated in the Great American Relay.
Saw that.
And so what this gentleman did is he decided to honor all of the fallen first responders and people that died on September 11 with the September 11 attacks. So he had started going from East Coast to West Coast, but then this year he did it from West Coast to East Coast. So they started September the 10th, and I can't remember what day they're going to land. They're going to be in New York City. So it's going to be like a big to do, but I felt like it was an honor to be able to run. It was originally planned 7.2 miles, but I think I ended up at 8.1 just because he needed a couple of legs caught up. But it was so cool. If you get a chance to do something like that, I would totally do it. We were going to run with our flag, but it was so dang windy, and we did like a middle of the day run, and so it was so hot, almost died of heat exhaustion. I've got some gnarly tan lines, but anyway. So
it looked cool. The pictures are awesome. You did great. You looked awesome with the flag running with it.
Yeah, totally did. It was awesome. A great experience. Let's see. I've got so much more, but I'm gonna let you go.
No. Go ahead. I'm okay with it, actually. Yep.
Are you sure?
I'm fine with it. Oh, yeah. I promise. If I wasn't, I would tell you. But I don't like focusing on me too much. So keep going. Okay.
So I don't know if you guys remember. I told y'all that something happened to us at Cap Rock Canyon.
Vaguely. I thought isn't that where you took the photo?
I took the Milky Way pictures that night.
Hold on. Did you guys have to go see it? I'm sorry. That didn't come out right. I was like two thoughts at the same time. They ran into each other. All right. Let me start that over. You guys got to go to Sandy's page. Sorry. And look at the freaking photo of the Milky Way she took. It's out of this world. It is so freaking beautiful. Like, I added it to my it's my, I don't know if you can tell. Yeah. I put it as my home screen. That thing, look, she took this freaking photo. And the phone doesn't do it justice. You got to see the photo so you can see it sprawled across. There's this beautiful little glint of light on the bottom right-hand corner. And then legit, you see the Milky Way. It's so cosmically out of this world, amazing shot. I could not believe she took it. And I remember looking at it that night, and I was just sitting here. I was like I got up, and I was like, what? And I was like zooming, and I was like, Sandy, this thing is freaking awesome. What the heck did you do? It was so majestic. You guys got to go.
I just said it's pretty cool. That's all I said.
Yeah.
But anyway, I just want to hype it up because it was a mesmerizing photo. You got to look at it. Sandy posted it. Sandy, it still blows my mind even today.
And I love that you raved about that. That made me feel so special. But the one that sticks out in my mind the most is Joe saying, "It's all right." Not really.
Where's that balloon?
I mean,
pretty good.
So let me tell you.
Yeah. Okay.
So let me tell you. So that night we had some sort of encounter, and I cannot explain it. Okay.
What?
So
shut the front door.
Okay. This is, I would never joke about this. So we were on a trailhead. We were not on the trailhead that we were, Joe, last time when we took pictures. We actually were on a different side.
Wait, this is the story you were going to tell us and you were saving for the show.
Yes.
Oh, now I remember. Okay. Oh, snap. I've been waiting for this one.
So we were out there. Of course, I mean, it is pitch black. It is silent. I could hear the buffalo, and it was a very steady noise for the buffalo. So I felt like he was
snoring.
For
the buffalo roam?
Yes. So I felt like he was snoring. Okay. So I was making sure to keep that at this, that I could still hear it, that it wasn't getting closer. So anyway, we're cutting up, laughing, talking, sitting down, and waiting for good pictures. A lot of times you could see the satellite, and some of my pictures does have the satellite in plane. So, it's a lot of hurry up and wait type things. But anyway, so at one point I hear, and y'all, I can't explain this to you. I cannot. It's almost like a human, does a war cry almost. Like it was almost like a Native American would do. Yes, but not like a drunk grito. It was a ghostly grito. As soon as that happened, the coyotes start yapping and barking, and they start howling. And I tell Eric, okay, it's time for us to go. Eric's like, yeah, we can go down. No. No, you're not understanding.
Yeah.
This has made me uncomfortable. Like, I'm not scared of coyotes.
Your ancestors were telling you to get out of there.
I was raised in the sticks. Like, I know what coyotes do. Coyotes used to come on our porch, eat the cats. They would howl and all that. That's not bothering me. Whatever this noise was made the buffalo quiet. Not the, all the little chirpy crickets. None of that was happening.
I can hear the dog running right now.
That's not
freaking
me.
me out.
That's not my dog right now. And
That's my
so
dog.
we gathered up everything, and Eric was like, well, we can just kind of stand. No, throw that shit in the truck. We have got to go.
You're like, I am not going to be on Robert's next book, okay?
No, we are not going to be on Missing 411 Part 3.
Part 2, or whatever it is.
And so anyway, when we got home, I was Googling
Give me itches all over.
all the animals that are out at this park. Like, what sounds like this?
Okay.
Nothing sounds like the sound that we heard. So then, of course, I tell, some of my family members, and they're like, Skinwalker. Yep. It's like, it was a Wendigo, Mom.
Oh, gosh.
Anyway, I don't know what it was. I don't know.
That is freaky, Sandy.
It was freaky. Like, it gave me the chills. And we've been out there before at midnight. Nothing. But it was freaky. It scared.
That got me all freaked out up here too. We had a report of I don't remember if it was it couldn't be a mountain lion, a bobcat. We had a report of a bobcat over here about 4 weeks ago. And so they were just telling us all, just stay in your homes, don't let the kids go out, all that kind of stuff, because they were like, until we can figure out whatever. It's been gone long by now, I hope, but you're making me think like that. There was also some other thing, Sandy. Remember when you I showed you
from the gut, and I said it was like a guttural. It was like
gurgling on the blood of its enemies.
Maybe. And Tim, we also thought it might have been a chupacabra. That was also something.
I mean, it is Texas. We had a report up here this while we were out. Remember, Sandy, where I sent you? It was like they said there was some sort of weird possible Bigfoot sighting around up here in Illinois. Yeah. So no one reported anything else on it after that week, though. But crazy stuff.
It was wild, guys.
That was a good story, Sandy.
I've never been freaked out about anything like that. That was freaky.
Wow. Your system was like, yeah, we'll get out of here. Let's just.
Yeah, he was just like, well, we can just get closer to the truck. And I'm like, walk faster.
You're like, drop it. Let's go.
We'll come back tomorrow.
Yeah. That is crazy, though, Sandy. Seriously.
No, it totally is.
Hey, I want everyone else, before I forget, not to just diminish anything, but if you can kind of throw some of the stuff that you did while we were gone, so we can ask you some questions. I'm curious what a lot of y'all were doing. Also, I should have asked that at the beginning, right? That'd have been nicer.
Yeah, should have.
Yeah. Oh well, it is what it is.
Yeah. Joanne said Bigfoot. I don't know that they have any recorded sounds of Bigfoot, but we did play back that missing 411 noise.
Yep.
I'm like, let me just make sure it's not anything like this. Joe, do you remember the missing 411 noise?
No.
I'll find you the link and send it to you. Yeah.
So crazy, man.
Yes. So another thing that we got to do last week, we got to order Kate's senior ring.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
So,
that's gonna happen, huh?
And it became actually a little topic of conversation.
He's a junior.
He's a junior, so he'll get it spring. He'll get it springed up next year.
Okay.
How do you guys feel about senior rings?
It's just if you can afford it, great. But they're just, what do you call it? Novelty item. It's just a novelty item.
Right. So we told Kate, complete waste of money, but if you want it, we'll get it. It's a rite of passage. I mean, do or you don't. So. Yeah.
If he has it a year later, I'll be surprised.
So Eric and I still have ours. We've actually pulled ours out to show him what ours look like. So that was fun, reminiscing. But what made me sad is that one of his friends really wanted one. And they talked about it all day long. And his mom said, absolutely not. And he was like, but I'll pay for it with my money. And she was like, you're not going to waste your money on that.
Whoa.
And I felt so bad because I'm like, it is. I promise you, it's a complete waste of money. You're never going to wear it other than that. But if the kid wants one, and it doesn't seem like money's an object for them, but I was sad. I felt like, just let him have it. I mean, what's the big deal, right? Alex lost his like 2 weeks in, I'm sure. And then we found it, then he lost it again.
I mean, that's a hard thing, it's a hard thing. I definitely believe in teaching our kids about proper management skills and stuff like that. And at the same time, they're going to make stupid decisions just because they're kids. Kids make stupid decisions.
Yeah.
I guess in my mind, I would think
to pay with it for his own money.
And that's how much when a kid wants to spend his own money on it,
Right. And I get, though, from the mom's perspective, like, she's trying to teach. She's trying to come at it from the right place. It's just the wrong method to do it. And it's too late to give the lesson that she's trying to give. And so because of that,
now he's going to do it anyway. Because he's going to be like, you told me not to. So now,
and she may be right. That's the thing with our kids. We've talked to that with my kids. Is like, there are times where it's like, we're right. You're still going to make a stupid decision, and you're going to get in trouble for it. So,
yeah.
But you won't see that until you grow up and realize it and be like, man.
Yeah, it'll be a ways down the way. Yeah. So anyway, we ordered senior rings. Eric said, Chon said he was just at home. Well, that's good. That's good. Chon just chilled.
Oh, because I asked.
You owed.
I'm so sorry, Sean. I was like, well, thanks for that random piece of information. And I was thinking.
So Eric wants to know, what do y'all think about mums? Apparently, it's only a Texas thing.
So, it's so funny that you mentioned that because my kid went to homecoming, or she tried to go to homecoming this past weekend. It didn't happen. But I was thinking to myself on Friday night, I was like, oh, what about her mom? And then I started thinking about all the other ones, and I was like, I don't know that we do mums up here. I didn't see a single mom on any of the other homecoming pictures of my friends up here. But I saw them all on my Texas friends list. And so, Eric, I think you are onto something, or you might be right. And I just realized that as he asked the question.
Joe, so, did you ever wear a garter? Did you, either one of you guys, ever wear a garter?
I never went to homecomings.
Yeah.
I think that's like dumb. More. I think it's like a smaller.
Those are like the rings. I couldn't make it because it wasn't. It cost a lot of money.
It's not because I was never invited. They were just dumb.
I'm sorry,
Joe. Sportsin. It's probably because they were sportsin.
Yeah,
that's why. Our team wasn't very good.
So my daughter actually. My daughter got asked to homecoming and she said yes. She had to call them like an hour, 15 minutes before and was like, I'm not going to make it. The quinceanera she was at on Saturday, I had told her at 6. I had told her weeks before, months before. I was like, that's not going to happen. And it's not going to happen. It's not going to, you think you're going to, no, it's not going to. And so the dance just took longer and, we just, anyway.
Yeah.
And so I was like, so during the quinceanera, I had to text her and be like, baby, you are not going. I was like, it is 6 o'clock right now, and you haven't even started the first dance. You're not going to make it at 8 o'clock. Then we were at 7 o'clock, and I said, it's 7, and you still haven't done the first dance. You're not going to be there at 8 o'clock or 10 o'clock tonight.
How was her date? Was he okay with that?
They were, actually, I don't know. I have to ask her. I left my daughter there because I was like, I can't hang. It's late. It's loud music, and I'm gonna go home and go to sleep. If you need me to come pick you up later, I will. But luckily, one of the other
party all night long. I'm just like, oh my.
And God. I would have been okay with it. I just wanted to go home and play video games.
I shot one quinceañera and I was like, I will never ever do this again, ever.
No,
it was so funny though because the guy, at some point, their fireworks were going off in the building, and I was like, "What the heck are you doing? This is," and I was like, "Babe,
in the building."
In the building, and I was like, "What are you doing?" And then the guy had to walk around with his remote because not all the things were shooting their little fire blooms or whatever they're called. And so
Did he
was
get his
going around.
deposit back on the venue?
I don't know. It was still a fun quinceañera. It was great, actually. And I didn't know anyone there. I didn't even know we were going to have to be there because my daughter was asked to be in her court. And they were like, yeah, y'all got a table. And I was like, y'all, who's y'all? And she was like, my family. And I was like, why do we get a table? I'm confused here.
Did you say, how much did I pay for this?
Were you roped into something that you didn't know?
Were you a sponsor?
No. I was not an unwilling or willing padrino or anything like that. But somehow, but bless them, we had a great time. It was fun. I enjoyed it. I'll be honest with you. I really enjoy being around my people. Okay, let me just tell you that. Okay, people. I'm sorry. It was so refreshing. It felt like being back home, and I was loving it. But towards the end of the night, I was like, yeah, I'm just getting tired.
Are your daughters going to have quinceañeras?
I would love for them to, Sandy, but I don't think so. My oldest daughter, it's too close. It would be too much of a hassle because her birthday's in March. And
some people be planning that shit since they were born.
I know. And I didn't necessarily want to plan it when I was born, but I wanted at least a year to prep for it and stuff. And so I told, Dr. Pineapples and I were talking, and I was like, I'd be okay if she wanted to. And I was like convincing myself, right? Because I was like, we could do it. I mean, it'd be hard, I said, but we could do it. And she was yeah.
We got this.
She was like, we could go broke too. And I was like, yeah.
But we could do it.
But we could do it, I said. And so it hasn't been decided yet. But then I told Dr. Pineapples, I said, because they do Sweet 16s also. And I was like, because she was like, we could wait till she's 16 to do it. Like, before she turned 16 and still have a quinceañera. And I was like, yeah, I didn't like that idea. But the more I thought about it, I was like, well, if we blended our traditions and our cultures, I actually would like to try to figure out a way to make it work out so that, the
quinceañera. I don't know what we would call
maybe
it.
I guess that.
How do you marry that together?
I don't know, but that works out. I guess
that's
we'll figure it out.
Stays out of trouble long enough, huh?
Look at this. Tim said Jamie spiked the punch. You needed to spike the punch. You just stayed there longer. Believe it.
Oh, they didn't need any help spiking with anything. They were fine.
Joanne says, my granddaughters have mums in elementary.
Wow.
Okay, so small schools, we went to pep rallies. Like, we had mums and garters and beat tags and all that stuff for homecoming. I mean, small schools.
Now that you mention it, yeah, I can remember that too. I remember getting a mum for a girlfriend or some back in even junior high.
Oh, wow, Bala.
Mm-hmm.
I did that. I think someone else went without a mum, and I just... Anyway.
Next topic.
Next topic.
What's on your list, Sandy?
Okay, so remember, I told you guys about tips and how out of control they are.
Oh my gosh. You gonna get me set off. Let's talk about this.
This is why I wanted to bring this up, because I encountered another tip yesterday.
Are you gonna set it up for everyone first?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
So there I was driving a dirty car.
Okay.
And I said, Self, let's just go to the little car wash right here.
Let's go, Self. Let's go.
I don't have the unlimited because I just don't be doing unlimited things.
I got the unlimited.
Except if it was for data, I would have unlimited data. But anyway, the girl's over here waving on all the unlimited people. That's fine. So I roll down my window, and I'm punching this, and I see her sprint over. And then she's like, what kind of car wash? And I was like, it's already there. I'm getting the $18 car wash. Mm-hmm. And then she's like, would you like to sign up for? No, thank you. Mm-hmm. That I like it right here in this lane. Yeah, I'm fine. Okay. Yeah. And so anyway, she's like, it's going to be $18.
Okay.
And so she takes my card, but I'm capable of doing this. And then it comes up with the tip thing. And I was like,
what do you do, Sandy?
For what?
For what?
What?
Why?
You hadn't even sprayed me with bug juice. Why am I going to, what am I tipping?
I had to get out the freaking car and put it on myself. I had to scrub the front.
So, and then she didn't even do that. So I'm like, there's not an option to say, zero doll hairs. So I had to give her 15%. But she didn't do nothing for me. Like no one's drying my car. I don't have the tires aren't being shined.
And do not mistake this that she is, I'm with Sandy. Do not mistake this that we do not believe in tipping people.
If you're doing a service for me, I will tip you.
Right.
Okay, and let me go back to
this is about.
The nail salon, even though they laughed at me, guess what? I still tipped them.
Still tipped them.
I still tip them, okay?
Still tip them.
I don't mind tipping. I just don't understand why I needed to tip because she didn't do shit for me. She did not.
You know, if I go to a restaurant, I don't mind tipping. If I go to a fast food joint, I don't know why I need to tip. I'm sitting in my car in my air conditioner.
Because you flipped over your iPad so that I could sign my name. Now I have to tip you for that. So anyway, let's fast forward to yesterday. I was. These kiosks enticed me to buy shit. Okay.
They entice you, girl. They entice you.
It was honey from Denver.
Honey.
It was honey. It was
scrumptious.
Yes. And so I don't know what the hell I bought. I bought some lotion. I bought some hand because I was crusted.
Some vinaigrette. Whatever.
Anyway, so I pick up my own lotion. Eric gets whatever it is that he's buying.
Put it in your bag.
Yeah, she's like, "Do you want a bag for an additional 10 cents?" No, Satan, I don't.
Bag.
I can carry it
bag.
myself. Yeah, not for 10 cents. Anyway, so then she hands us the iPad, and
there you go.
There's a tip on there. Like, would you like to tip? But for what? Like.
For telling you about the 10-cent bag.
Like, what did you do?
That's a service. If you didn't know,
y'all,
I would have had to charge you for that. So
y'all, it's
obviously,
getting
I deserve
overboard.
a 50% tip.
It's getting overboard.
She just made
it's getting overboard
for no fucking reason.
Sandy.
I was so mad yesterday. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Oh, so mad.
Oh my gosh, guys. I totally forgot.
What?
Guess who decided to have groceries delivered between 9 and 10?
You.
That's you.
And what kind of grocery store delivers between 9 and 10?
Wow.
That's late.
Are they there?
Someone got it.
Look at this. Anita says, "Okay, I'm here. The show can officially start." Ma'am. Sean says, "Miss Tip Sandy." Good night, Tim Harlow. Thanks for hopping in here.
Good night, Timoteo. Hey, Tim, before you leave real quick, just since you're leaving, we want to make sure everyone knows real fast. So Wednesdays are new nights. We start at 8:30. We go live for an hour and a half. And there you go. So catch us next Wednesday, Timoteo. Okay?
And sometimes these dates are subject to change due to some people's schedules.
Yep. So I'm gonna before I go see if the groceries are, let me just tell you, to piggyback on what you say, I've gotten some nice stuff, right? I'm still collecting comics, right? I still got some really cool comics, right? Okay, look, this who does that guy look like right there?
Conan,
looks like,
the Barbarian.
No, that looks like Bill and Ted, Excellent Adventure guy.
Yes, that is
not Conan the Barbarian.
Oh shoot, he's Theodore Keanu Reeves. Yes, this is his comic. He actually put up the money for
Keanu Reeves, actually.
Yeah, so he put up the money for this comic. This is a hot comic right now because more likely it's going to turn into a movie. This is going to be his next John Wick. It's an amazing comic. Okay, he's like a samurai gun guy, post-apocalyptic world. It's awesome. Anyway,
did you hear that he's going to do Constantine?
Yes, I'm excited about that. Anyway, my point is, I'm getting these books, right? Love these books. I love comics. But you know what my issue is sometimes? Is I'm buying these books from you when I see on the little screen to purchase these, what shows up?
Tip line.
A little tip line. A tip line.
For what?
For what?
Because they
put them in the thing.
I'm paying the shipping. I'm paying the shipping and handling.
No.
I'm paying the comic book price.
The shipping goes to UPS, but the person has to put them in the box and make sure they're protected. So that is a service that you're providing that you're tipping for. So I don't see a problem with that.
So when they purchase their books, they're paying that same amount, but they're not tipping.
How do you know
that? You want me to tip you.
Yes.
I don't believe that that's a service to do that. Because when they get their books, they need those same things too. Ain't never anybody ever asked for tips on top of a retail item. That's like saying you're going to go to Walmart, you're going to pick out the shoes, and then you're going to tip them also? That's what you're saying.
This is my tip line right here. Pay up, fool.
Sandy.
So, Joe, there was a post that actually was asking, this lady was like, should I tip my photographer? And I'm like, for what?
For what?
I tell people do that tip, but I do put a tip line on there. But I was like, you don't have to tip me, and I'm not going to ask for it.
It's so crazy.
And this is why Joe is so anti what we're talking about right now, because he has a tip line on his receipts.
Do you really, Joe?
He does. He just said he did.
I missed that. I was reading John's message.
But so if they
have a tip line on yours, what?
Yeah,
you charge $5,000 a photo and you got a tip line?
It could be zero. They don't have to put a tip on it. I tell them.
You know the pressure you put on a person when you put the tip line on there, though? It's unnecessary. It's uncalled for.
Pressure.
If
like
you
I
can't handle the pressure, then you don't need it.
It's not about handling the pressure. I don't expect a tip line when I buy the photographer.
Then don't hire me.
So here's the deal, too. If you pay me online, there is no tip line. But if you wait to pay me the day of, there is a tip line. So that's how it is. I'm just saying.
Where's his mute button? Where's the mute
Anita
button?
would like to know, do you tip when you order food at the counter? And
that's what I'm saying, Anita. Even at the restaurant. So even when I go to the fast food or the self-serve, why the flip am I going to tip you? You didn't do anything.
We have a restaurant where you go to the counter and you order, and then you sit, and then they bring you your drinks and your food. So in that instance, you would tip as well, right?
No. You're just bringing me my food. It's not like you're going to come and refill my food.
Come back, it's not like refill. Yeah, they do. They come back and refill your drinks and ask if everything's okay and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah, then yes. If it's a full serve or even part serve like that, but not if I have to go get, not if you're just delivering the food from, not if you're like a car hop at Sonic.
That's me pissing Joe.
You know, all I'm doing right here is just making people mad, and that's what I'm trying to do right now. But anyways, so there's another.
We're already mad. You don't have to help them, Joe. You don't have to help us. That stuff is pissing me off. Like, and it's all the other things. If it's a service environment, yes.
And they say, hey, here, sign this. They flip the thing over, and it says, would you like to add a tip? All I do is say no. And I don't understand why we have to get so up in arms.
The car wash did not have an option to say no.
You type in 000.
In this world, you should be allowed to say no. Just say no.
What they do is they sit there and look at you with them sad little
for real
ass eyes, and you're like, okay.
See, now this is where I was telling Sandy I would have been. Yeah, see, and this is where Sandy, if I was in your shoes, if that happened to me, I'd have been like, oh my gosh, do y'all ask everyone to tip you? Is this a new thing? I've never heard of this. Is this real? Or is there a camera on me? Right.
Look, don't go to Joe.
Oh my gosh.
See, I'm okay with just like, nope. I would have asked her. So how do I put 0 on this tip line?
Okay.
How do I put 0 on this tip line?
Next time, instead of saying, what would Jesus do? What would Joe Baker do?
Right, exactly. That's what you need to say.
Y'all just tell us, though, in the comments, are you for or against non-service tipping? I'm against it.
I'm hella against.
I'm against tipping in general, but not on the stance that people who do service work should not be tipped, on the stance that the business that's providing this service should be paying their employees full amount instead of below wage plus tips.
Anita said she's against it.
Okay. You're against it.
So if you go to a full service restaurant and you order takeout, you don't tip.
Joe's gonna get slapped.
Right, Joe. Yes. I do not believe you need to tip if you're ordering food to go.
Okay.
I don't.
Okay.
Nope.
I tipped $2.
That's fine.
Real quick,
but
let's name off industries that we can think of that are deserving of tips.
Waiters and waitresses.
Okay.
The doorman.
Eggshells. Oh, what did you say, Joe?
Hairstylist.
I heard eggshells. Oh, I still didn't hear you. I still didn't hear what he said.
He said hairstylist.
Okay.
Hairstylist.
I agree with that.
Hairstylist. Okay.
Shoe shines.
I mean, yes, but I haven't seen.
I don't use them, but I've seen them up here.
What's a concierge?
The people who put the groceries in the back of my car. I haven't done that in years, but people who put the groceries, I think.
Do you?
They don't take tips, but I've tried to tip them in the past.
Yeah.
Dog
grooming.
That's a good one.
Yes,
dog grooming.
that's a good one.
Dog walker. Anything with the pets, I guess, kind of in a way. Dog grooming, pet walkers, babysitters.
Mm-hmm.
But you kind of work that into the amount, right? Like I kind of.
So.
Yeah. So never mind.
Photographers.
No.
They're trying to make it back in there. He's trying to
point to this episode for people who want ideas on why they should tip the photographers.
Yeah. Because what was your guideline?
I just think it's funny. I was like, you can either pay online and not pay a tip, or like before your session, or if you pay the day of, and I have to do a little card.
My delivery driver, the person who delivers my groceries, they should get a tip. Not
mine.
Really?
Because mine delivered to the wrong street.
Oh, that's right.
Then I had to go find my groceries.
You had to do your own.
And then I had to scare the viejita that lived at that house.
I remember that story.
I did. I was like, ma'am. I was like yelling through the window. It was so embarrassing. Hi.
Oh, the at the hotels, the people. Ooh, excuse me. I'm sorry. The people who come
concierge.
I was thinking more of the maids that come in and clean the rooms.
Oh yeah, we tip housekeeping.
What is she wearing?
She is wearing her Pampers. She's in heat.
Oh,
what does that mean?
She's like
on her period.
Oh.
She's teasing.
She's menstruating.
I didn't realize dogs did that. You know that? I'm an idiot. I was 42 years old today when I learned that dogs do that.
The pizza driver.
Definitely the people who deliver my food.
Yeah, anything that any delivery person.
Mm-hmm.
But only because they get shorted. It's the same thing for servers. They're in the same category as servers, but they're also using their personal vehicles. And so whenever you see that delivery or that service fee for your delivery item from like Papa John's or whatever, the delivery drivers don't get that. What the flip, Papa John's? Why are you not giving it to the driver?
Yeah, yes.
What do you need it for?
Joe, you set a price and there's an agreement, but add no tip line on there. Bullshit.
You got someone angry, Joe.
Look out for Joe and your car.
You run your tortilla and tamale business your way, and I'll run my tamale business.
Why are you saying she's got a tortilla and tamale business, huh?
Because I know she makes those. Silly.
She don't make those to sell. You were just saying.
And I don't have
Joanne,
business either.
Do you make tamales to sell and tortillas to sell?
Joanne, how are you feeling? Is your back okay? First of all.
Oh, that's true too. She must be feeling okay because she is still cooking some crazy stuff, good looking stuff.
You can
and her new kitchen
stove. Just say no to tip. If you don't like it, say no to tip. I don't know why you got to be all like.
I know you ain't talking to me like that.
I know you want to get slapped right now, don't you?
Joanne.
Woo!
Go pégale tomorrow, Joanne.
Please.
Shit. Lubbock, Texas.
Lubbock, Texas.
I'm just saying.
That's what I change the subject, why don't you, to something nice, Joe, before something bad happens, okay?
Oh, look. She said, hell no, I'm fixing to call you, dude. I'll give you his address, Joanne. You can go to his house.
When you still got the same number. She can go to Trinity tomorrow. Good luck finding a time he's there working. So
you have to stalk him. So let me see.
Shooter McGavin.
I really need to go check on those groceries, guys. I'm so sorry. It's so late from when they called. I'll be back. If y'all end the show before I come back, thanks. I love y'all. See y'all next week. Hopefully I can come back.
See, kind of like the Titanic. Here we go again.
I'm so sorry.
He's already saying goodbye.
It's dark over here. I don't want the animals to get to this stuff.
You have squirrels? No, is it raccoons?
Skunks.
Raccoons.
Are they back? Let's see. So Anita is wondering. So your show is an hour and a half on Wednesdays only. Yes, ma'am. That is correct. Sometimes we might do a little bit longer. Sometimes we might do a little bit shorter, just depending on schedules.
Mm-hmm.
Joanne
or it might
said
not
she's
even
still
be on
cooking.
Wednesday.
Yeah, we might have to change it up because people's got things going on.
Somebody got to get things to do.
Someone remembered that they can't do Wednesdays.
Who shall remain nameless?
Who shall remain nameless? Joanne, well, I'm sorry to hear that you're still in pain.
That stinks.
Holler at me, Joanne.
Oh, the chancla.
Chancla Joe. Chancla Joe. So I marked something off my bucket list Saturday. I actually jam-packed my weekend so much that I had to carry it on through the week.
Nice.
So Saturday, we went to the Texas Tech UT game.
Yes.
And I drank quite a bit before and during. We partied hard.
Well, because it was a kind of a crazy game.
It was a very crazy game. And I said, I was feeling no pain. And I said, let's go. As soon as we won, we stormed that field.
Y'all stormed the fields. You were the first one out there.
Wouldn't say I was the first one. Might have been the third. But look, we did not push any UT players. All I know is that I was taking pictures with everybody. This one guy was like, I just hold the thingy. And I'm like, that's fine. I'll take a picture with him. Having a great time. It was a good time. But it was an amazing experience.
4 or 5 football players, right?
Yeah, and a cheerleader and random strangers that didn't make it the cut.
That was a wild game. It was a wild game.
Wild. It was so hot. I was complaining actually because it was so hot, but it was fine because I actually needed to get home and pack because we left out the next day to Denver.
That's right.
And we went to the Denver Broncos and 49ers game, Sunday Night Football. So we were on TV. No, I wasn't. I was very high up, but we were not on TV.
Did you use the lens?
I didn't. I didn't want to chance it, Joe, since it's a clear bag policy. I was like, I don't want this to get confiscated, and I didn't want to go back and to leave it in the car just to get it broken into. I just had like all these thoughts, and anyway, so no, I didn't use the lens.
Oh, okay.
No.
But did you? Use it,
are you meaning? Are you meaning at the game?
Well, either or. I was just saying.
Either. Okay. No. No. So what we did is we were with 2 other couples. They rented the car because they got there before we did, and we weren't on the driving list. So we just managed to walk around. We were actually staying in Black Hawk, which is the casino area. So we did take pictures around the area, but it wasn't like I wanted to get out and go because there was Rams in that area. We actually saw them on their way back to the hotel after we left Golden, but no, it didn't work out. So
yeah, that's.
But I know we lugged it for nothing basically.
Exactly. Like I have this lens. It has this long reach.
Yes,
and there's nothing that I want.
Exactly.
Sorry.
I know. Because I was thinking, I was like, okay, so what we'll do is because they are major gamblers, which is why we stayed at a casino. I mean, they were dropping some change. I actually gambled for the second time in my life. I played $20 and I won 85. So that was that. So yes, I'm like, let's go cash on out. So funny story while we were. Yes. And they had a crazy rich Asian machine. From the movie. It was the characters were on there. I thought it was pretty funny.
That was funny.
But anyway, so yeah, I was playing I don't know what I was playing. I had no idea that I was even winning. Eric's like, "Oh shit, you're going." I'm like, "What?" I was like, "It was penny slots." I was like, "Oh my gosh, I won 800 pennies." Eric's like, 8,000. I'm like, "Oh my god." I was wrong. No idea what I was winning.
So glad Eric's around.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So at one point, one of the girls that we were with, she's a huge Cowboy fan. So the Cowboys were playing. Was that Monday night?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they were playing
Monday night they played the Giants.
And so we were sitting at the bar, and I was having a great time. And then this elderly gentleman comes up, and he's like, I said, "Hey, come on over and have a seat." And so he sits down, and he said, "Well, I'm not. I really can't fool around because I'm married."
And
I
like, thanks. I needed to know that.
I said, "Well, I really can't fool around either because I'm married too." So this whole time, I'm like worried that his wife's going to come hit me upside my head. So anyway, his name was Terry. I've got some footage of Terry, so I'm gonna have to play it. I'll have to send that to y'all later. So Terry was like, "Oh, you're kind of cute," and
he was like, "You're old school, huh?"
Yeah, I said, "Terry, you're kind of cute too." So,
why are you telling him that? You hanging him on, Sandy?
Because I'd been drinking, so I thought it was hilarious.
Okay. He was slightly intoxicated.
We were all slightly intoxicated.
So
anyway,
but he was part of the party.
He's not part. I had no idea who he was.
Oh, okay.
Terry just sat next to me to play the slot machine.
Back up, Terry. Back up.
Was like, put it in reverse, Terry.
Put it in reverse.
Terry invited him though.
I did. Well, I encouraged him to sit next to me. I said, "Come on, Terry."
Right here. I got a seat right there.
I thought Terry was cool. But
my assistant left, so
but Terry was a little horny. Anyway, so then
only Terry.
So then Terry bust out with, "Man, if I'd have met you 40 years ago." I said, "I was 1 year old, Terry." Trying to meet me at 1 year old. And he's like, "Well, maybe 20. Y'all, I have to play this audio for y'all because it's so freaking hilarious.
40 years
so y'all know that I always get really good pictures. Tell me how much fun I was having. I was having lots of fun. But hold on first. Okay, here's Terry.
You're gonna go join Peggy? Go join my wife. All right. It was nice meeting you, Terry.
Oh yeah. Maybe in the next life.
In the next life, Terry.
Giving that man hope, Sandy, when there's no hope.
No, and so get this. So I'm like, "Terry, come on, let's go find your wife." Because I swear Terry just didn't know where he was going. Because Terry made his way back to find me because he couldn't find his wife, and he's fixing to say
he went in a circle.
Yeah, he did. And I'm like, "Terry, let's go. I'll go help you find your wife." Anyway, we found Peggy, and Peggy
in her ashes
was like, "You can have him." Peggy was drinking her wine, and she's like, "No, take him with you." And I'm like, he's like, "Sandy, let me help you go find your husband." I'm like, "I got it, Terry. I'm a big girl. I can find my husband." Oh no, Terry came right back on out. Then Terry grabbed my face trying to kiss me.
I've seen this movie before, I feel like.
He grabbed my face and tried to kiss me. And I'm like, "No, Terry." And then I told Eric, "Now I got old people germs on my cheeks."
Are you serious? Was he serious kiss, or was he like
it was
a
like
little
gross
viejo kiss?
She was gagging.
It was. I'm like, "Terry, what you been drinking, Terry?"
Oh my gosh.
Anyway,
okay.
Good times. Good
times.
So
time flies when we're having fun now.
Look,
she had the groceries in.
Yeah, he was. 85 for nails and being talked about. Oh, I think I thought that was honey. That's Joanne. Let's see. Sandy Dandy, hashtag my rich friend. No.
I got a rich friend.
Your pets are back.
No, they're not back. We're good. I'm very happy. We're good on that area right now. So let's just keep it like that, okay, John? Let's not bring up the past. So anyway, yes, Anita, we are now at an hour and a half long, and once a week on Wednesday evenings, 8:30 Central Standard Time to 10 p.m. We'll still have guests on. You'll see us, just the three of us, maybe friends who come on and just hang out with us as well. But yeah, so we are going to start up the Pineapple Project stuff, because being the season starting in October,
we're in the burn months.
We need to hurry up and get some money so we can get some Christmas presents for some kids. So if you're interested in that, all you have to remember is the Pineapple Project, right? So that is we have a Venmo where you can just donate money into that, and all the money that's collected there is going to go to the Christmases for Kids project. We actually are going to look to see if there's another program that we have that up here in Normal that I can help some of the kids up here as well as the kids in Lubbock, and that way we can just kind of spread the love more. But yeah, so if you have Venmo, open it up, and then you can just donate any amount you want to the Pineapple Project. Okay, and we will make sure to get the money when we'll start collecting it, and then we will make sure that we get the Christmas presents again in December. Okay, and if you need help, like if you have gifts, just let us know. And if you want to just send us a check, we'll provide information. Sandy and Joe are in Lubbock. I'm here in Illinois. So
Wolfworth.
I'm sorry. You're right. Sandy is in Lubbock. Joe is in Wolfworth. And I am in Normal, Illinois now. Okay, so we're taking over this place county by county, slowly. Very slowly.
Slowly but surely.
But anyhow, yeah, we love you guys. Sandy, are you doing anything tomorrow?
No, I need to stay home for a little bit. My weekends have just been jam-packed. I'm just gonna chill out for a little bit.
That's a good thing. All right. Well, then everyone.
All I know is that my liver and wallet approve of this message.
We love y'all. We thank you. Oh, hold on, because I haven't done this in a while. I need to
thank y'all so much. Oh my goodness, Sandy, do you even work?
Sandy, do you even work?
Sandy works, because of the two of them, I can call Sandy, and she's the one that'll be like, "Oh, I gotta go. The other line's ringing," or someone just walked in, and I'm like, "Okay." Mm-hmm. So Joe's the one when I call, he's still sleeping.
What are you trying to say?
In the middle of the day. At the Old Pro. What does that mean?
Thank y'all so much to our faithful fans for coming back and watching us.
And watching us put it down.
And even though y'all thought we weren't coming back.
Okay, found it. Okay.
And there goes the fine.
Hey, everybody. And as usual,
remember to wash your hands.
And be kind and rewind. I can't remember my lines.
You filthy animals.
Yeah, filthy animals. I can remember that too. Love you. Good night, everyone.
It's the social distancing show. How did you not know? How did you not know? It's the social distancing show. How did you not know? How did you not know? It's the social distancing show. How did you not know? How did you not know? It's the social distancing show. How did you not know? How did you not know?